Yo, so we back at it, yo, picking up where we left off. We gonna talk about the fiasco with Warner Bros. And DC. You seen that foolishness?
I saw it, but so at the beginning, like my first reaction was, "This is stupid. Like they're not respecting anybody. Like they already announced Superman. We already saw Henry. Like it was too much." I was like, "This is a mistake. That's why they're not successful. That's why Marvel is where it's at. Blah blah blah."
Yeah.
Just like what most fans thought. But then after a couple days, I'm like, if they're going to be successful, this is the only way they can do it.
Okay, explain.
That's what I think. So right now, we all have an idea of DC, these characters, these stories, this blah blah blah. So they called in James Gunn and they said, what we're doing isn't working out. So we wanna just completely destroy the building, clean the house out, and just build it from scratch. I think that's the only, because we can fix what we already did. Like the whole fiasco with the Justice League movies, the Batman v Superman movies.
It's not a real.
There's not the whole. It's not like there's no way to fix it.
Yeah.
And I think they were smart enough to do this. They're gonna get some backlash.
Mhm.
But now I'm very interested to see, because now you think of DC and I think of something, and I'm not excited.
Mhm.
So now you don't know what to expect. So they're bringing in somebody with experience from a successful franchise, and then, see what comes up. So I think it's a 50-50 shot where they used to have a 0%
Really?
chance of
All
winning.
right. So this one, all right. Okay, maybe I have a different perspective. I look at the fact that the difficulty in a lot of the press that was put up for Black Adam, right? We talked about Black Adam already. Black Adam was pretty much the bulk of the movie was up front. First, what, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe. That was the essence of the movie, right?
For Black Adam?
For Black Adam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the intro when they're in the
Yeah,
past.
and that first fight, that was it. That was pretty much the core of Black Adam, right? That was the movie. But for it to end with DC struggling, uh, they got a few good shows. Like, I don't know who watches Doom Patrol. I don't know who really into the Arrowverse and the Birds of Prey and all those that have been kind of whatever. Um, when I look at DC, when they talk about what's that other movie?
I had a great idea.
What's that one movie? The Suicide Squad, right? Sounds like
that one wasn't even.
And then Batman. Batman, the staple of Batman, right? So I was like, dang.
Batman was a little bit the best thing. I think you can recover Batman a little bit.
Okay. That was okay.
I like the movie.
Batman is what you can expect. People have been dying for a good Superman movie since really Man of Steel, right? And unfortunately, like I said, with DC, like you said, we want to expect something fresh. We want them to really get a good run, right? Okay. When DC tapped into, man, you guys made Black Adam, it basically showed, okay, you guys are willing to make a movie that we kind of been pining over. And it was a pet project about a rock, and it fit. It fit. We didn't ask you for Shazam. Shazam was garbage. But
they were trying to go too mainstream, too commercial.
Yeah. You didn't make a good Green Lantern movie. You got to get back to the core. But Hawkman was good. Dr. Fate was good. Black Adam was good. They brought out those good core characters.
Oh, they have the characters.
Right.
They do have them.
And you brought Henry Cavill back to be Superman. People were stoked. People were like, hey, at least that next movie was going to be decent, right? And then you could rebuild on the branding from there. But then you complete turn around and trash that. It's going to be a hard sell.
They know that. But I like that they're learning that, hey, we don't know what the hell we're doing. Bring Homie over, and whatever he says,
so you think James,
we'll do it. I think it's his idea.
You think James Gunn's a better shot, a better bet than bringing Cavill back and making a movie off of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Henry Cavill, he's a big guy. He's a big actor. Not gonna lie, blah blah blah.
Okay.
But let's be honest,
he's
not.
Movie.
Yeah,
he's not gonna be good for, like, he can't really at this point. It's too late for a trilogy.
Exactly. So when you think of Superman, you think of him. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't. they know that Superman shouldn't be their core.
Yeah.
So they have that clear. So if they're saying this is what we've been doing for God knows how many years, we don't know what to do. So I wanna honestly sit down. I think the XX think this. I wanna sit down, listen to somebody who knows their crap more. They're on the floor. They're on the battlefield. Listen to what they say. Okay, so he wants to destroy everything, even though we already got Henry back on, and everyone saw him. Everyone got excited. I've been on my judgment all these years, and I keep messing up, and I've done big mess ups. Investors is pissed. The people are pissed. I brought you the rock. You still don't like me as much. Like, I don't want to trust my judgment because my decisions haven't been right. Let me do what homie says
and see what pans out.
See what pans out.
It's not gonna be my fault.
I think it's better because if you keep doing things the same, what's the definition of insanity? Yeah. They know that. Like I'm not gonna trust my judgment. Like that, I feel like they don't trust themselves anymore with what to do because they keep messing up.
I respect that.
They've tried everything, so you gotta admit, hey, they're trying.
So you mean they looked at the same formula and looked at the same fields and like, oh, you know what? We've been here. Rock feels good, Cavill feels good, but it probably ain't gonna be good. And they was like, they had to address themselves like, look, we know it feels good, but we looked at our judgment before. Everything that felt good leading up to this point didn't lead us in the right place.
And also the thing with you keeping Henry Cavill and this idiot Ezra Miller, which they want to keep him for some reason. But I think it's a good PR stunt. That's a good decision. Like if in the hot girl, what's her name? The one with the accent? Gal Gadot.
Yeah, Gal Gadot. Yeah.
Right. They're huge. Yes. They're the face of DC. Yes. But that's what they don't want. They don't want to have that face. They want to be something new. Yeah. So it's necessary to kick these people out.
Yeah, because you know what? When people get tight,
not because they're greedy and a-holes. It's just it's the best for DC.
Yeah, it might be. Because I look at Marvel and I look at people wrestling with the idea of a new Iron Man, a new Captain America. They're not really ready to let those individuals go. Like even Mark Ruffalo right now as Hulk. We've been through what? Eric Bana. What was my man?
Something Edwin.
Yeah, Edward Norton.
Yeah.
And then now Mark Ruffalo, who's been the Hulk.
There's been 3 Hulks.
Yeah. So when you look at it, it's just like, okay, we've had 3 Hulks, and we're still waiting for a real Hulk-like movie. But it's one of those things. It's like, okay, when you start getting typecast as these individuals, like Batista just went through this, and he was like, he doesn't want to be Drax anymore. And I was like, oh, okay.
He shouldn't have wanted to be Drax at all. That was stupid of him.
But it fit, and he was a great character there, but just because of the dynamic between him and Scott and Chris Pratt and all that, so it worked. Was it gonna work forever? Nah,
no, of course not. I mean, if you want to be part of the superheroes, like it should be a small role, but you shouldn't drag yourself out for 3-5 movies in such a stupid role.
Yeah,
like that was horrible.
Like
you're not an actor already, like you're not like an actor. So if you want to be an actor, that's fine. But
I think that's why
let's go for experience, but don't think you're gonna.
Yeah, but that's why I think he got.
Sure, he got money.
I think that's why he got away from it, because he said he wanted to do other roles. And Scott, you know, and Batista's now doing other things. And
he got him the experience. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, it gave him the experience.
He needed to get in somehow.
I think it gave him the exposure, but now he's getting the experience of real acting in other diverse brothers. Because he's a great actor. Coming out, he knows his way like around the ring and whatnot. And you know what? You know it's so crazy. Even though The Rock solo is bigger than Batista, because of his experience and the Marvel exposure, I think he's way more well-rounded as an actor than The Rock. Like hands down.
No, I don't think so, because The Rock has done stupid movies and now he's done a serious movie.
Yeah, I know. I like Scott, like with Batista, I've seen him in things, like I've seen him in It Man. I've seen him in things where he's played up, and yeah, he's played the big guy role, but I've seen him in other like he's got another movie that's coming out, like a thriller, and his just presence is so different. And like he's like, yeah,
that's what you need. Like,
yeah, you need diversification. Yeah, and to be deadpan, to be a deadpan actor with Drax, who sees that? He's deadpan and so stoic and just to the point. Man, that's great.
And also that's my Spider-Man logo. I know I'm showing it. And speaking of Spider-Man, I did not do that on purpose, but what I was writing down just now is I don't know the numbers. I don't know the DC's market cap, how much cash they have on hand. I have no idea. I haven't checked. If I was DC, I either do this or I just flat out buy somebody else. So you can start over. Like if you want to do what you're doing, start it over. Do it, but start it over from scratch. Make everyone forget about the fiascos you've done before. Or if I was DC and I had a bunch of money, you know what I would have done? I would have just screw it and buy Spider-Man. There, I said it. It needed to be said, and I said it. Why would you try it? So why are you gonna come up here and make a new little business? You want to sell ice cream.
So,
If you have all this money,
so you're
buy out the shop.
So you're saying that DC should try to buy a Marvel property.
It's not Marvel property, that's Sony property.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
Let's be honest with nothing. We talk with money. That's the language.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
I would save up the money, get investors, talk to the banks, buy Spider-Man. It's already done.
You honestly think that?
Yeah.
It would let
it's not Marvel. It's not Marvel. It's Sony.
DC get the Marvel property.
Yeah. Because they're desperate. Like you're thinking like a normal person. They're a desperate person who can potentially lose their $20 million a year job.
I'd rather see DC get Dark Horse, Vertigo, those other like Lobo, like make a Lobo movie. That'll be pretty okay.
It's about the money at the end of the day.
When Blue Beetle comes, that's gonna be weird. DC don't really got a lot of things in the pocket, man.
Man, this is how it works. No, they do have stuff. This is how it works. Great example. Soccer teams.
Okay.
They got all this rivalry. Oh, that we better. We got this. We got Cristiano Ronaldo. You got Messi. I got Neymar. Blah blah blah. And people go to watch their games because it's two big teams clashing, and the dream of every kid is to play there. Blah blah blah. But as soon as some money gets involved, they sit down. They have the little dinner. Oh, you want this player for 100 mil? I want 120. I'll give you 110. All right, cool. And it's done. So at the end of the day, DC Marvel is crazy, but the investors, you gotta keep them happy.
But you gotta see.
And you've already pissed them off for 10 years.
Yeah.
So the thing when you're in a desperate spot, you gotta make a bold move. You gotta say, "Hey, I'm done."
True.
So I gotta.
It would have been interesting to watch Warner Brothers because Warner Brothers got DC and Disney end up, getting Marvel.
Yeah, Spider-Man is technically not even Marvel. It's Sony property.
Technically, but
Marvel sold it. It's not Marvel.
But aesthetically and ethically, we know it's Marvel.
Ask me how many people give a damn about aesthetically and ethically.
A lot.
Yeah, when you're making 20 mil a year and you can lose it just because you wanna. Oh, these people are not comic book fans. Let's be honest.
Oh, Lord.
These are executives.
You know what?
They know how to move money.
It makes me think of when I go to Dollar Tree and see the Spider-Man toy and he's got guns and stuff. It's just these Dollar Tree, dollar store.
Look, you and I think about it, and what you're saying, you're right. You and I think about it like that.
Okay.
But the mass market, like you and I, we don't give movies. We didn't give Spider-Man, Endgame, Infinity War their billion-dollar status. It was the average Joe. Yeah, you convinced
everybody
them. The average Joe does not like a lot of people ask like, "Oh, who's your favorite Marvel character?" You know how many times I've heard, "Oh, Superman, Batman."
Yeah, true.
It's not about that.
Yeah, true.
It's about who gets on top. And DC looks very embarrassing, humiliated by Marvel because Marvel's doing way too well, and DC is doing way too bad.
Yeah.
That's what it's about at the end of the day.
I will say this, DC does make better animated features. Hands down.
Yeah, but they gotta make better
money. They gotta make more money. They gotta make better movies. They need to.
If I was at the round table, I would have been the first guy. I don't care how these people look at me. I'm like, I'm just as rich as y'all.
You know what? Nah,
and I'm giving you an idea.
They would have been like,
yeah, like that meme.
Security came and got your ass. They're like, who's that? Security? They here for me?
And look, it makes you relevant too.
That's
you know the PR nightmare that's gonna be.
Even trying to make the move to bid for.
Yes, that already puts you in the map.
True.
You're gonna get some people saying, Y'all want to do that?
Disney and Marvel would pony up whatever they have.
Oh, yeah, y'all want to do that? Oh, let me invest my 50 million bucks. I'll help you out. You guys are serious about crap. You're gonna make money.
Yeah.
Period.
It is what it is.
At the end of the day, I'd be in the boardroom right now.
Right now.
I'd say, and I would show my Spider-Man tattoo.
Yeah. Beep. Why you put what's that?
Why are those guns? Why are those guys holding guns?
Yeah, I like. Hey. Well, the meeting's adjourned. I'm gonna need you to pack up.
I don't know. That I guess it's my personality. I don't know. I'm like, we're getting to the point. Like, I'm thinking of like an MCU fan. You know, not an MCU fan, but a superhero fan.
Okay.
But I'm putting myself in their place. They wanted to make this very bold decision to kick everyone out, especially when you got them excited about their favorite actor. That's bold. That's bold.
That was bold, but then it wasn't like it was a controlled situation. That how it played out, because the way it played out ultimately was kind of like, well, dang. Man, everybody was hyped, like, oh, and the fallout was like, what the? But it wasn't horrible. It wasn't like people were gonna boycott. Well, you never know. We won't know till they announce it and see who the next Superman is, or whatever happens out of that.
They shouldn't even be listening.
But you know what I'm saying right now, The Rock. We'll see if The Rock, because The Rock really hasn't tripped. But I'm wondering, like, is he gonna let it go? Like, I'm done with it. It's cool. Let y'all do whatever. Which is kind of be the
depends on what he signed on.
True, because I don't.
You can't just say, "Oh, I'm good." No,
I don't see The Rock trolling it. I don't see The Rock trolling Black Adam being like, because I don't see anybody. I don't really see them caring about Black Adam or going back to Black Adam.
I don't think he cares about it or not. It's just it's a great opportunity.
And he did it.
An achievement.
He achieved it. He got it. He don't have to go no higher with it. He's like, I did it, and that's whatever. So.
I mean, he's been there for a while now. He's just keeping up there.
Yeah, and he's been on what, 2 Jumanjis, Jungle Cruise. He's been on a whole bunch of other properties. So that was his pet. Look at it. It was his pet project. It wasn't like something that made or broke his career. So
exactly.
It is what it is. Yo, that was all good. Hey, like, subscribe, share. We got to get our format together because, you know, we still working it out and whatnot.
Why? What's wrong with it? What were we doing?
Trust me, I'm going to have a whole new look. Oh,
my God.
And still waiting on them promos.
I'll post one right the hell now.
Hey, God. You know what? Did I tell you I appreciate you? I appreciate you this week.
You're here and there.
Y'all be good.